All right, everybody, welcome back to Chapter 7, focusing on rhythm in phrases and sentences. Here we're looking at how to pronounce unstressed or reduced structure words in English. We've talked about what those unstressed words are, right? That they are indeed function or structure words. Those are unstressed or reduced. So we talked about what words are unstressed. Now we're going to talk about how to pronounce those, right? How do we pronounce those in English in reduction? So unstressed words are reduced, meaning that the sound is shortened, or even sometimes the vowel sound might be omitted or taken out altogether. So dictionary pronunciation of this word is, but the vowel sound you can see here is reduced when we put it into a full sentence, right? Surrounded by content words. John's an old friend. John's. Instead of is, just z, consonant sound. So the vowel sound is omitted altogether, right? The I vowel sound. Can is reduced to kun. Can you see? Can you see? Can you see? Sometimes it's fully pronounced, but sometimes reduced, I think. I think that one can, in reality, can go either way. Him, most definitely. Forgive me, just coming to mind here, I think at the beginning of a sentence can, and maybe sometimes function words are more clearly pronounced, but certainly when they're more in the middle, and definitely when they're in between two content words, that's when you really hear the reduction. Forgive me, just thinking about that again. Okay, let's do him. Let him go. Let him go. Instead of him. And then the preposition of is reduced to just I need a book of stamps. So the rule that we can create here is that structure words are reduced so much so that sometimes you have an omission of the sounds, consonant sounds and vowel sounds, and that when the vowel sound is left, it's reduced to the schwa vowel sound, right? We've talked about the schwa, the most common vowel sound in English. Why? It's because a lot of those function words are reduced to this vowel sound, And if you look at the next page here, forgive me, if you look at the next page, page 66, you'll see the reduced pronunciation of these different function words, right? The, an, or, and, or just like hot and humid. Of, out of eggs, or just right? To, gone to lunch. For, fur, call for Paul. At home. And the T is reduced more to a D, right? D consonant sound. Pronouns, let's take a look at those. Those are really reduced. Him is reduced to or im. Don't hear the H consonant sound. Tell him. Her, introducer. Consonant sound H is reduced. Them, call them. Very, very common. These pronouns, the initial consonant sound is omitted entirely. You, ya. Are ya tired? I know you've heard that before. Ya instead of you. Some. Or no vowel sound at all, just some. Get some rest. And auxiliary verbs, those helping verbs, do, duh. What do you want? And that's an example of linking, right? We've talked about that in the previous course in 65. Linking as a form of reduction, the combining of consonant sounds in different words. Can, kun, or just kun. Kun you go? Kun you go? Have, of, or just Shoulda gone. Shoulda gone or should've gone, if you want to pronounce that V consonant sound. So you can see here, the tricky thing in English is with these function words, you can see that a lot of them, in terms of which words have the same pronunciations, have, you can see is the same as of, and also or a, forgive me. Let's see some other ones. Or, and her share the same reduced pronunciation. What's another one? No, that's Oh, okay. Him and them have the same pronunciation. So a little bit tricky. Sometimes that can make it confusing when you're listening, but oftentimes we know the difference because of context, right? We know what people are saying, and at the end of the day, these are just function words. So whether we misunderstand the pronunciation of these, it doesn't really affect our understanding. Content words are what we focus on to deduce meaning, to understand the gist of what's being said. But it is important to know how to reduce these function words and how they sound so that you can create that rhythm that we're trying to establish in English.